Good morning, everyone. How's everyone doing? Okay, so this morning, we're going to go ahead and present a little proposition enhancement. Those of you guys that are pretty much aware, Prop 64, or Amendment 64 in other words, has passed in another state as well as Colorado. California just passed recently. But this enhancement that we are actually talking about today that is actually going to sit there and benefit not just one state, but actually the entire country. So our proposition is actually to sit there and legalize marijuana as illegal for medical and recreational use throughout all of America. Pretty much throughout the whole, due to the whole change of the legislation, there's a lot of kind of, you could say, ups and downs on the side of letting marijuana be legal, whether it is safe or whether it's not. But we're going to touch a couple facts that are actually going to sit there and actually give you guys a more enlightenment of actually why it is actually benefit for the country in a whole to actually sit there and actually have a legalization. But one thing we would actually try to do in this proposition is there's a couple changes in this Amendment 64 that I want to say the Congress or legislation actually fails to kind of take in consideration. One of them is that marijuana is still Schedule 1 drug, as in the FDA. Those of you guys that pretty much are not aware, under the Federal Controlled Substance Act, marijuana is classified as a Schedule 1 drug, considered the most dangerous drugs with no current medical use and high potential for abuse, like ecstasy, Molly, cocaine, mushrooms, etc. But we're going to give you guys a better enhancement of pretty much a better understanding of why it should. I have a recent report stated from the Department of Public Safety of Colorado in May 2015. They reported, or actually in December 2015, but the article is actually in March. Or May, I'm sorry. It states that 23 states, including the District of Columbia, are allowing medical marijuana use, and 17 are allowing cannabinoid, which is the CBD. The CBD is what actually the medical use and the medical purpose of what people are actually using the marijuana for. 4 of the states, as of May 2015, had, including the District of Columbia, allowed for recreational use. So that's kind of giving you already an opening that people are actually open to the suggestion of actually legalizing marijuana. A couple more key topics that we're going to actually consider on the whole aspect of actually covering the legalization of marijuana throughout the whole of the country. A couple key facts that I know that it would actually help is to reduce harm. Reducing harm. The criminalization of marijuana use disproportionately harms young people and people of color, sponsors massive levels of violence and corruption, and fails to curb youth access. It also will create jobs. Legalizing and regulating marijuana will bring one of the nation's largest cash crops under the rule of law. This will create jobs and economic opportunities in the form of economic instead of an actually deficit market. Saving money. Scarce law enforcement resources will be better used to ensure public safety while reducing corrections and court costs. State and local governments would acquire significant new sources of tax revenues from regulating marijuana sales. And then lastly, but not least, promoting customer safety. Marijuana products getting tested and becoming a standard requirement for legalized marijuana markets. This means consumers are better off informed of what type of marijuana and what is actually in their marijuana they're actually using. So with that instead, that would actually enhance a little bit more of the Proposition 64 and give it a better enlightenment throughout the whole country as a benefit. Thank you very much for your guys' time.